Thank you for joining us for ABC Columbia News at noon. I'm Claire Richardson.
And I'm Curtis Wilson. Well, today is September 11th. Now, it's been 18 years since two hijacked passenger jets flew into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City. Nearly 3,000 people were killed that day and thousands more were injured.
1 year after the terrorist attack, President George W. Bush declared the first Patriot Day. All American flags will rest at half-staff today. And today, people in our community gathered for a ceremony to honor first responders and those killed on that day in 2001.
ABC Columbia's Maria Schatkowski. She's live at the Columbia Convention Center with more details. Maria.
Curtis and Claire, for many people, today is one of those days where you reflect on where you were when the first plane crashed into a building, where you were when the World Trade Centers came down. Here in Columbia, a lot of people took time to remember those who lost their lives in the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Here at the memorial as well, they even have two steel beams from the World Trade Center that they were transported here years later. Now this here again is a remembrance of the World Trade Center. The cross beams symbolize resolve. The two fallen pieces of the towers are so we never forget our fallen. The message here is reflected in this plaque, and the big message from 9/11, as you can see, is we will never forget. We will never forget those who lost their lives. We will never forget those first responders. We will never forget those Army servicemen and servicewomen who then went to fight and defend our country. Today is a day where people are patriotic, remembering the day after 9/11, which for so many people was their favorite day, remembering how our country came together. And now, like you said, 18 years later, it's a whole new generation that doesn't remember that day. They weren't here to remember when those towers came down. So a big message today was to make sure that the next generation knows the importance and significance of 9/11, and may we never forget. I'll send it back to you guys.